So I went to Allure Best of Beauty last week and I realized I got enough products to almost make a full face. So let's do an almost full face of products that I got at Allure Best of Beauty. Starting with primer. This is from Danessa Myricks. This is the Yummy Skin Glow Serum. And I have the shade Juice Boost. That is super, super nice and hydrating. It does have quite a strong scent though. So if you are sensitive to smells, just be aware of that, but feels super glowy. I look super glowy. So next I have a foundation stick I got from the LYS booth. They shade matched me and they said I am LP4. I'm a little dubious looking at this in the, looks a little deep for me, but it is supposed to be like lighter coverage that you can build up. So maybe when it's sheared out, it will look my shade. My first time ever using an LYS product. Woo woo. I'm just gonna take a beauty blender because that's how I always do it. I feel like I could have gone for this shade is quite pink, and actually everyone at the event told me that I am a cool undertone, and I get why they say that, but I also feel like anytime I wear like a cool toned foundation, it's just a little too pink. This looks gorgeous on the skin though. And I do think it shears out quite nicely. I'm just gonna add a little bit more to see how it builds. So far, that formula is really nice. This actually might be a pretty decent color match. That's pretty nice. Super glowy. I do think the primer underneath it definitely helps with that, but just looks really, really natural. Really looks like it's just like a highlight of my skin. I did not get a concealer from the event this year, so I'm just gonna go with my Lancome concealer I've been using. This is actually the concealer that I wore to the event, and I've never worn it for a long time. I'm still like testing this out, but it lasted like 10 hours looking absolutely beautiful the whole time. One of the only concealers I've ever worn that hasn't looked even a little bit dry or hasn't like made my dark circles more pronounced as the day goes on. Like the coverage gets lighter. Really, really, really impressed with it. To set it down, I did not get a powder at the event, so I'm just gonna use my Hourglass Veil Translucent Setting Powder. I should not have set with powder. I forgot I had a cream bronzer. You live and you learn. From the LYS booth, I also won a cream bronzer. It's the No Limits bronzer in the shade Hope, which is the fair shade. Looks really, really pretty. I'm just gonna take that on a brush. This is from Persona Cosmetics. Blends like an absolute dream. Such a nice shade. Leans way more neutral than a lot of fair bronzers, which I so appreciate. And even though I did just set with powder, anytime this interacts with powder, it doesn't like skip or any of that. So pretty. I've been really interested in this brand for a very long time and I haven't tried it until now. So very grateful that I was able to try this product thanks to Allure Best of Beauty. For blush, I got this Rare Beauty blush in the shade Hope. This is a matte bouncy blush, but it feels like a cream to powder formula. So I'm just gonna wipe off the excess bronzer from that brush I was using. Start applying to the cheeks. And a little to the nose. This is a really pretty blush. Looks way more intense on camera than it is in person. It just gives me this nice soft flush in person. That's only slightly deeper than my bronzer. I know on camera it looks a little crazy. It's not. And I was nervous because this is a deeper blush and I am quite fair. Just a light hand. That's all you need to do. So pretty. Okay, for highlighter, I got a highlighter. This is from L'Oreal Paris. This is their Lumi Glow in the shade Glowy Golden Couture. The woman at the booth said that she had been trying to find someone that the shade would look good on all day, and I was the winner. So that's very sweet. And I can see what she means because this does have a little bit of pigment to it as well. So if you're not fair skinned, I can see how this would be less flattering. It is actually a really pretty highlighter. I don't usually wear yellow highlights or gold highlights anymore, but it used to be my thing back in the day. Still looks very, very, very nice. Okay, I'm gonna set all that down with the L'Oreal Paris Infallible 3-Second Setting Mist. We got this at the event. It's a Allure Best of Beauty winner. It kind of smells like hairspray. It kind of feels like hairspray at first, but it does lock your makeup down. So if you're dry skinned, you just have to make sure to have a really hydrating base. Okay. Wouldn't it be funny if this literally is just hairspray? It like feels like it. I can't get over it. Very interesting feeling. I think because it feels so like it lasts longer. Okay, they didn't really give us many eyeshadows. We did get a twin flame shadow from Danessa Myricks in the shade Star Ruby, which I will use, but I'm going to throw a little bit of something in the crease. So I just took a random bronzer. Ooh, I can taste that. That tastes gross. I'm just gonna throw a bit of bronzer in my crease. I went to the Danessa Myricks masterclass and she said to always start with a matte. That tastes so bad. Oh my goodness. Okay, taking a little brush. This is such a pretty shade. Wow. It's actually crazy because to me this looks like yellow, green yellow in some light, but then on camera it just looks like pink. But it's so multi-dimensional. That's so beautiful. I love Danessa. That is so pretty. It literally looks to me green over here and pink over here. It's got like this yellow green undertone. What a gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous shade. Okay, we did get an eyeliner. So this is from Clinique. This is the High Impact Gel Tech Liner in the shade Black Honey. I'm just gonna run this. Oh, so creamy too. Maybe I'll put a little bit up here. And then we're gonna take a small, dense brush. Actually, I don't know if I've ever used a Clinique eyeliner before, but it's really nice. For brows, I did get a brow product. I got this Faux Brow from L'Oreal Paris. So this pen is interesting. It's soft brown, but the flickies are two slightly different browns. It was way worse at the event. Now it's like less worse. So let's just, I haven't done a marker in so long. Okay, note to self, the lightest hand. It doesn't look bad. You can definitely tell that there's marker in my brow. I used to use one from Milani and it took a learning curve, and I do feel like this also has that same learning curve. So let's just brush that through. I think in the future I will just use it in conjunction with my brow pencil. Okay, that looks better. I think the way this brow pen should be used is in conjunction with a brow pencil, just because there are some areas that like a brow pencil can fill in that a brow pen just makes it look a little unnatural. So a thing I'm excited to continue to try and use. Okay, brow gel, I did not get one from the event, so I'm just stick my brows down with a little bit of brow gel. I just did chop down my brows a little bit because they're getting a little crazy. Okay, for mascara, since I did get a few mascaras at the event. I got 2, but I already have one open and I don't want to open a new one. So I'm just going to use the Clinique High Impact Mascara in the shade Black Honey to go with our Black Honey eyeliner. This is just one that I own on my own. I did get a few lip products this year, but the one I want to highlight is from Glow Recipe. This is the Glass Bomb in the shade Scent Coconut Bingsu. So I'm just going to line my lips first with Persona Cosmetics Rosewood. You guys know, a favorite. This does have a little bit of color to it. It's like a really deep plum color. Feels really hydrating. Yeah. So yeah guys, this is the finished look. I'm using mostly products from Allure Best of Beauty Live. Yeah. I don't know what else to say. Thank you guys so much for watching. Subscribe if you want to, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.